Ugh. Guys, I'm just gonna need you guys to hang in with me on this video. I'm one, extremely congested, and two, I feel like although anything I eat with this pregnancy, just like 20 minutes later just wants to come right back up, and it's been miserable. I also have my little red Gatorade over here, and I'm also like, dear God, please don't let this spill on my white carpet because that would be horrible. But if you see me sipping on some Gatorade, that's because I'm trying to not throw up, and this is actually helping soothe my stomach. Let's just dive into today's video. I am going to be doing a tutorial on how to curl your hair with a hair straightener. For those of you who are new and are like, what is she going off on about? I am Ellie Brown from Uptown with Ellie Brown, and I am so glad to have you guys here on my channel today. I actually curled my hair with my straightener a few weeks ago, and a lot of you guys asked for a tutorial, wanting to see how I did it. I actually have a really old video of how I curled with my straightener like 2 or 3 years ago. I was actually re-watching it because for the meantime, I said that I would, you know, redo a video, but for the meantime, I was like, just go watch the old video because you still, you know, you can kind of get the gist and how to, you know, curl your hair. And as I was watching the video, I was just like, oh my gosh, I was so cringing. I was like, you know, when you first start out, like, you know, you think your videos are awesome, and then you go back and you watch and you're like, what was I thinking? Anyways, so how to curl your hair with a straightener. I'm just gonna walk through a few tips and tricks with you guys, like I always do, my tips and tricks. I think, you know, not necessarily do you need a wand to curl your hair. I always curl and always dry, do everything in sections when it comes to my hair. I'm gonna clip it off over here. I think the type of curl that you get will be a little bit different, and you do have to move pretty quickly with your straightener because you don't want to create those creases in your hair. But I think once you get the hang of it, just like anything, practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the more you get the hang of it, the easier it'll be. I mean, I probably take about maybe 10 minutes to curl my hair with a straightener. It's not really difficult, it's really easy, and you get that perfect beachy wave if you want, or you can do like a super duper like nice tight curl the way you curl it. So you can achieve 2 different ways as well that I will show at the end. With any heat that you're applying to your hair, whether you're straightening, curling, blow drying, always use a heat protectant. I already spritzed in my hair and applied it all over. This is the Lange Heat Shield. It's keratin infused and has chamomile extract. It looks like this. I actually have a special link down below that you can use, that the products are gonna be like super duper crazy on sale. I am working with them on something different, but they did send me these products to try out and the hair straightener to try out, and I've just really enjoyed all of their products that I wanted to bring it on today's video. And I've really enjoyed their hair straightener as well, that I wanted to share with you guys how I'm using this one specifically to curl. This ends up being like, I think 50 to 75% off. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a crazy, crazy good sale, and it's a great straightener if you're looking for one. I love the bended edges, like this, the edges aren't straight. For curling specifically, that is like one of the greatest things that you can have, is have a straightener that the edges are somewhat like rounded and not just straight. When you go to curl it, it creates just a seamless curl. Also helps with not leaving like those creases and those marks on your hair that you can get with curling your hair with the straightener. I'm gonna just show you guys how I curl, or how there's 2 ways to curl. Do you guys see that? So you can achieve a curl the way I just did, super, super duper tight like this, and it creates that nice tight spiral. I do that in slow motion here. The pieces that I grab are not too thick. If you want more of a beachy wave look, you can grab more hair. If you want more of a tight spiral curl, you can curl using probably about 1 inch of your hair. Most people, or most tutorials, will say to like wrap your hair around. For me, honestly, what I do is I just take my wand, I'm going to automatically flip it, and then just run it down. Do you guys see that? see? And you can alternate also, this is another thing that you can do. You can alternate your curls, like facing that way and then facing this way, facing that way. Really for me, normally I like leaving all my curls facing the same way. But as you can see how easily it glides. Like the straightener is absolutely amazing for curling your hair. Like just how it glides on your hair. So flipping it and just dragging it well. So that one again, flipping, dragging it. And I'm gonna show you guys another tip and how you can create more of a beachy wave and less tight curls. Let's flip around so you guys can see what it looks like. That is what the curls look like that. So one way that you can curl is you can flip it once and just drag it, and it'll create more of a beachy wave when you go to like actually brush it out. Or what you can do is, if you want, again, tighter curls, is when you flip that once, as you're, gliding down your hair, you can kind of still turn it, creating more of that wave. So you guys can you see the difference there? Versus this one's a little just bit more relaxed, and that was when I just turned the straightener once and then slide down, versus constantly kind of turning it as I'm sliding. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense in my mind. I have thick hair. My hair is very sleek and like silky, but I do have thick hair. So I have the straightener setting, the heat temperature set at 450, which is probably pretty high for most people. I probably wouldn't recommend, if you have normal hair to thin hair, I would say you need to be around the 300s, not this high up, especially if you don't have experience. For me, because I can just straighten or curl my hair pretty quickly with this. I'm not worried about the temperature setting. And then also, I like the temperature setting a little bit higher just because it helps my curl hold longer. I always have a problem with my curls normally lasting. So the higher temperature for me just really helps me hold and have my curls stay in place. So back to the different curls here. Let's see if I can share again or show you guys the difference in rotating the actual straightener. This is just turning it once. And sometimes the hair will fall here. Super relaxed versus constantly churning it. I know it's gonna be hard here for you guys to see it, but we're just gonna keep curling here. And if you want, you can mix it up, because after you're done, you can kind of just shake it out and it'll all look a little bit different. And we're gonna keep curling. I will say, guys, so by the time you guys watch this video, I think we would have gone to the doctor. I go to the doctor later this week. Finally. Y'all, did I curl in the back of my hair? I don't know if I curled the back of my hair. Okay. I go to the doctor finally for the first time this week. Our first appointment is finally coming on Friday. I'm like 9 weeks almost, and I'm just now getting to the doctor, which is fine. You know, we wanted to wait and avoid the back and forth like we have gone through before, but I'm like, man, having to wait this long to go to the doctor's has been pretty rough. For those of you that don't know what I am talking about, I should probably like talk and curl while I'm doing this. I have 3 kids, 3 boys, for those of you who are watching this video for the first time. I've had 2 blighted ovums, really is what it's the technical term for them, but I've had 2 miscarriages. My first one was back in 2016, And then my most recent one was right before Thanksgiving of 2018. And so a few weeks ago we found out that I am pregnant again, yay, which is a lot sooner than what we were kind of expecting for it to happen, but it's happened. Obviously God knows what he's doing. I am pregnant with my 4th baby, and I am 9 weeks shy, a few days shy of 9 weeks. And I have not gone to the doctor yet because both times that I've had the miscarriages and the blighted ovums it was just 3 weeks of back and forth and going to the doctors and getting tested and ultrasounds and blood work that we thought, you know what, we're gonna just wait this time around and kind of, you know, avoid that, because both times it's, you know, they don't really know, you know, every woman ovulates so differently, and you know, it could be that you maybe ovulated late, and so it's like you gotta go back for testing that maybe it's just, you know, you ovulated later, or you know, maybe you'll find a heartbeat next week, or whatever it is, right? There's just tons of different things. We waited this time around to go to the doctor as late as possible to avoid doing all that back and forth. I'm actually just gonna finish off that last layer here. So, if you didn't know, now you know. So as you can see, guys, I'm curling my hair pretty quickly here. And also, one thing I like to do, I like to, I don't typically do this with a curling iron, but I will with a hair straightener. But as soon as I'm done curling it, I kind of like running my hands through it immediately to kind of break up the curls. I don't love when it's super duper tight. I like it a little bit more messy, so I do that immediately. Again, I don't typically do that when I'm using a curling iron, just because I like my curls to set, but I will with a hair straightener. Okay, so my hair is completely curled. As you guys can see, that did not take a long time at all. What you can do after this is apply some texture spray if you want more volume and just more curls. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna go in with the Lange Marula oil. And this is a hydrating mist. It's weightless, it's moisturizing, conditions, and antioxidants enriched. I don't typically like applying these straight on my hair. What I will do is apply it on my hand and then just kind of run it through the ends of my hair, just because I've found that applying straight to my hair can kind of leave my hair, and my hair will get oilier faster and greasier faster, and I'm not typically a fan of that. So I will spray it on to my hand and then kind of work it into my hair if I want, and if I need more, I'll apply more, and if I want, like I said, if I want more, I'll apply more. I'm gonna finish off with some hairspray, and this is the Lange Trois Chic 3-way hairspray. You can set the desire of your hairspray, like if you want a light hold or if you want a max hold. It's kind of like a 3-in-1 hairspray if you want, but I just want a very light hold, so I'm just lightly spritzing. Voila! Play with it a little bit, and if I need to go back, I'll curl a few more pieces, but I think I'm good here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was easy to follow along. Make sure to thumbs up if you haven't. Make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to comment below. I hope you guys have an absolutely great day. I will see you guys here again soon. Bye.